Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to Gossip Gems TV. But before we get into the tea, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. So we are going to get right into this news that dropped about the singer David, it's spelled D4VD, who has been going viral for some time now, for I think the past year almost. He actually has been going viral because of a previous incident where he had an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl named Celeste Rivas, who at the time they said she was 13 at the time that they had this relationship, and they said that he had murdered her at 14 because she was later discovered around her 15th birthday in the front trunk of his Tesla, dismantled, cut up, and murdered. So it has been some months now since she has been discovered. Fast forward to now, it's been some months. They have officially arrested D4VD, known as David Burke. I hope I'm saying the last name right. So basically, he has been charged with Celeste Rivas' murder. And also, news that came out was that there was a previous investigation on him going on for the inappropriate relationship of him and this girl, Celeste Rivas. So the police was already investigating him. But I'm going to go ahead and play the clip so you guys can hear the official charges that David Burke, known as D4VD David, is facing.
Today, I am announcing the charges against David Anthony Burke, the musician known as David, spelled D4VD, in connection with the brutal and horrific murder of Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time. These charges include the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring. That is first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances being lying in wait, committing this crime for financial gain, or murdering a witness in an investigation. These special circumstances carry with it, along with the first-degree murder charge, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. The determination on whether or not the district attorney's office will seek the death penalty will be made at a later time. Before I get into the actual charges, and there are additional charges against Mr. Burke, including continuous sexual acts, lewd and lascivious sexual acts with an individual under 14 years old, and mutilating a human remains of a body. Before I get into the description of these charges and their seriousness, I want to look at this as a parent. I am a parent of 3 children, and a parent's nightmare is a situation where your daughter goes out one night and never comes back.
So those are all the charges that David is facing, and like I said in the video somewhere, they mentioned that he already was being previously investigated for having an inappropriate and sexual relationship with Celeste Rivas. So I mean, when she was found in the frunk of his Tesla, that they were investigating and interviewing some people who knew him or her, and stated that they believed that she was in college and that she was of age. So a lot of people around him did not know that she was a minor. So she was around his friends and everything, and nobody knew that this was a child, which honestly, she looks like a child. So I am surprised that nobody knew this. But you never know with the industry these days. They be trying to cover up stuff and sell sex to kids and all types of stuff. So you never know. People that he's friends with, they could have been covering this situation up. I mean, they had that one friend, remember, that they tried to arrest, or they detained for questioning regarding this case. I forgot what his name was, but if I find it, I will put his picture and his name up on the screen. So yeah, it's like, it's not a shocker, that she got away with, pretending like she was older than she was. I'm pretty sure in Hollywood, it's very easy to do. But yeah, unfortunately, this ended in a tragedy, and they said the motive here was that Celeste wanted to tell about their relationship and expose the romantic and I'm pretty sure sexual relationship that he was having with her as a minor. And for that, in Hollywood, that was going to completely ruin his career. Not only that, but he was probably going to be arrested, charged, put in prison, and registered as a sex offender. All of the above, okay? So by her threatening that she was going to expose this relationship they had, they believe the motive was that, and he acted out in a rage and retaliated because he was like, you ain't about to ruin my bag, you ain't about to ruin my record deal, you ain't about to ruin my lifestyle, and I ain't about to go to jail. And even the picture I'm showing y'all above, literally this is from a music video where he has a Celeste lookalike with the lyrics saying, I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, you'll see a smile on my face, I believe is the lyric. lyrical content. So he was basically preying on young Celeste, and people have even speculated that he was dating her around the age of 12, which I don't even want to say dating. I'm going to say preying on her at the age of 12. So he was grooming her at the age of 12, and allegedly. So they said there was a case on him before this murder, which makes sense because if Celeste was 13 around the time that allegedly they started messing around, and then he killed her at around 14, and then she was discovered around 15, it would make sense if he was messing with her a year prior to that, which would be 12 instead of 13. Makes a lot of sense. So I do not doubt that he was dating a 12-year-old, and at that point he was probably around 17, 18. He was a predator. I don't care what anyone says, you are grown in the eyes of the law. But anywho, and I don't care if he was 16, 17, or even 15 is pushing it. I don't think no 15, 16-year-old should even be talking to a 12-year-old, okay? Let alone a 17, 18-year-old, okay? I just want to say, at the end of the day, Celeste Rivas Hernandez is the victim in this situation, okay? He was an adult. I don't care how old you were, if you were 16, 17, even 15. You have nothing in common with a 12-year-old, okay? Only 12, 13, maybe a 14-year-old has something in common to do with a 12-year-old, but not you, okay? So at the end of the day, he recently had a court appearance yesterday on Monday, April 20th, 2026, where he entered his plea of not guilty, okay? So we will see how this plays out, and at the end of the day, everything that is done in the dark will come to light, okay? So now David D4VD, the singer, is facing these charges of first-degree murder, as well as charges of sexual contact with a minor. So he is currently detained. He had his first court appearance yesterday on Monday, April 20th, 2026, and basically put in his verdict of not guilty. So we will see what happens with this case. They said in the official announcement by the police department in the video I listed above earlier, if you guys want to go ahead on YouTube and look it up, the police department stated that there is substantial evidence, including DNA evidence, that will prove that David killed Celeste. So we will see what happens in this case, and I will keep you guys updated. And lastly, I want to say that at the end of the day, Celeste Rivas is the victim. I don't care if she was listed as a runaway in past reports. She is still a minor, a child. She is growing. She does not know any better, and she makes mistakes because that is what children do, as well as adults. But adults are more aware of their mistakes, and adults know when something is wrong more than a child. Yes, she was of age to know that running away and doing certain things was wrong, but at the same time, she ran into an adult that took advantage of a child. So in this situation, she is the victim. So I just want to say rest in peace to Celeste, and also sending my condolences to her family, and hoping that they can grieve in peace, and that they can hold each other close and appreciate the positive memories that they shared with her. Thank you guys for tuning in to Gossip Gems TV. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.